If a foreign investor wants to close a company in China once and for all, the simplified deregistration, as described in my last video, may not be the option of choice, especially because of the commitment letter that the investors need to sign and the potential legal consequences attached to it. In today's third video of how to close a company in China, I will therefore discuss the path to an ultimate deregistration of a company in China, a deregistration following a liquidation. Now, my videos are usually around 2 minutes long. Keeping it that way today will require that I leave many essential aspects of a liquidation in China unmentioned. It should also be noted that there are various aspects of a liquidation process in China that can vary, for example depending on the size of the company or the administrative region of a company. The following is therefore only a rough overview of the sequence of a liquidation of a limited liability company in China. In the majority of cases, the liquidation of a limited liability company in China will formally be initiated by a resolution of the shareholders to the end that the company shall be liquidated. Within 15 days after such resolution, a liquidation group will then have to be established. Throughout the liquidation process, this group will have to carry out the main liquidation work. That means liquidating the company's property and assets, paying outstanding taxes, selling creditors' rights and debts, etc. Following the establishment of the liquidation group, the company will then have to make several announcements, in particular regarding the information of the liquidation group and the circumstance that the company is now under liquidation. In most regions of China, these announcements can nowadays all be made online via the National Enterprise Credit Information Publicity System. No newspaper announcements will be necessary any longer. The announcement on the company's liquidation must be made for at least 45 days. And the remaining assets or funds of the company may only be distributed to the shareholders of the company after the announcement period, and only once all outstanding liquidation expenses, taxes, employees' wages, etc. of the company have been paid or settled. Once the main liquidation work is finished and the liquidation group has formulated its liquidation report, but before a deregistration of the company can be applied for with the AMR, the company will first have to be deregistered with several other authorities, for example the tax authority or the Social Security Bureau. Once these deregistrations have been completed, one may then apply for the ultimate deregistration of the company with the AMR. Along with the application form itself, there are various other documents that will have to be submitted to the AMR. For example, the resolution of the shareholders regarding the liquidation of the company, the liquidation report, or the tax clearance certificate. Now, how long will such a liquidation process take? Well, although the announcement period only takes 45 days, compared to, for example, 1 year in Germany, the entire process of liquidating a limited liability company in China will likely take at least 1 year. And it can easily become more time-consuming depending on, for example, the business activities of the company or the requirements of the local authorities.